your girl, Meya's Coins. She's back. She's back. She's back. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? I miss y'all. I miss y'all so much. I missed y'all. Welcome to the live. I had to delete so many apps off my phone, y'all. I have so many pictures in my phone that I just had to delete. I don't even have my YouTube, what's it called? Oh, what is it called? YouTube Studios, right? YouTube Studios. It's not even on my phone no more. I need to get it back because I need to check my statuses and stuff. How do I get it? I know I've been gone. I'm back, y'all. Don't not come see me. Come see me. Good morning. Y'all come see me. I know I've been gone for almost 2 whole weeks. What is it called? YouTube. Is it YouTube Studios? I think it's YouTube Studios. Yep, that's what it is. I've been gone. Paula! Hello, good morning, Paula. Did you miss me? I missed y'all. I missed all my friends. I was like, can I go live? And then I was like, no. They were charging me $20 extra per day, but that was just to text and talk. It wasn't to go live. And so we had used up all my little data. I had 5 megabytes, 5 megabytes, I think it was, of data. Somebody text James and he ended up calling them back, and it sucked up all that data. And I was like, James, don't call nobody else. It's gonna cost us extras on the cell phone bill. I don't even want to look at my cell phone bill. He kept calling and texting people, and I was like, dude, do you understand? It costs, every time you text somebody, it's costing me money. Every time you call and talk more than a minute, it's costing me money. Like by the second. It's not like at home. I gotta get this business taken care of. I was like, nah, y'all, you gonna end up paying for this because I'm not paying for it. Yeah, it was that much. He just kept doing it. I was like, this man is gonna make me cuss him out. Yes, you miss me. I'm so happy you missed me. I missed you too. I missed everybody. I was like, oh my God, I need to get back on my YouTube. For some reason, I could do Sunny Loves Cell Roblox. And good morning, Master Albie. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. 100%. YouTube, we are at 4,715 followers. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yay. Thank you. We're going to get to 5,000. We're trying to get to 5,000 over here on YouTube, y'all. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 5,000. Audi 5,000. Miss Paula, look at my Jamaica cup. I got my cup from Jamaica. It's so cute. That's my Jamaican tropical paradise. One love. Let's get together and feel all right. I still don't feel 100%, y'all. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you. I still don't feel 100%. My voice is still hurting. My throat's still hurting a little bit. I didn't come to work yesterday because I was exhausted. When I say exhausted yesterday, I was exhausted. Because Monday night, we didn't get home till like 12:40 in the morning. And this man, we was at the airport. He was like, okay, where can we get something to eat? I'm hungry. I'm going to tell y'all the whole story about what happened while he was hungry. So by the time we got home, he was hungry. Only place that was open till 1 o'clock in the morning was In-N-Out. So we had In-N-Out at 1 o'clock in the morning. After I ate, I wasn't feeling well. I had to get that stuff out of my head. Y'all see, I took the braids out. I was taking the braids out on the airplane though. I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted that stuff out of my hair so bad. I said, "Ooh, I got to get this out of my head." Oh, I hope you feel better. Thank you. I'm trying to feel better, but I'm still clammy. I'm not 100%, but I'm gonna get better. But I was taking my hair out on the plane. So when I got home after I ate, I took a shower. I said, let me try to keep get as much of this out of my hair as possible, and I could just kind of wrap it up and go to work in the morning. Y'all, I was up coughing and spitting up and coughing and spitting up. I said, oh my God, what is it? At the back of that second plane, it smelled like gasoline or some kind of fume, and I kept like putting my jacket over my nose. I'm like, what is that smell in the back of this plane? And then I guess the back of the plane, you get the chemical smell from the toilet, you get the chemical smell from the engines, you just get all this chemically smelling stuff on the back of the plane. And I was just nauseous, and I just felt horrible on the back of that plane, y'all. And so by the time I got home, I didn't go to sleep until 6 o'clock in the morning. I was about to go to sleep around 5, and I said, I got to stay up so I can call my boss and let him know I'm not going to be able to make it. There's no way for me to make it to work. I'm going to be useless if I go to work. I'm hacking, I'm sneezing, I'm exhausted. I will be no good at work. So I waited till 6. I called my boss and said, I'm just not going to be able to make it. I'm so sorry. No problem, no problem. I understand. I'm telling you now, people, when you go on vacation, you need 1 or 2 days after your vacation to recoup from vacation. I'm going to tell you from first-hand experience. You need 1 or 2 days, especially if you're going on a long vacation like I did. So when I went to sleep around 6:15 in the morning. I didn't wake up until 12 o'clock. So I slept for a good 4.5 hours. Once I did wake up, then I said, let me go and see my mom, because I haven't seen my mom in I don't know how many days. So then I got dressed. I took the suitcase back. I'm going to tell y'all that story too. Took the suitcase back and washed my truck. My truck had this much dirt on it. And then I went to go see my mom. So I hung out with my mom from like 12:30, I'll say, to about 4. And I said, Mom, let me go so I can go home. There was no food in my house. And I told James, you want me to go get you something to eat before I leave? Or are you going to wait till I come back? He said, no, I can wait till you come back. I said, okay. So I went to my mom's, and then I left, went to the grocery store, come home, and this man is sitting there eating. I said, what are you eating? Oh, I just went to the store and got some guacamole and some chips. I said, I just got some guacamole and chips. I called you and told you I was on my way and I was headed to the store. I said, when did you go to the store? He said, I just got back 5 minutes before you got here. And I said, see, if you would have answered your phone, you wouldn't have spent that money, and I wouldn't, or I could have not spent the money I spent on the guacamole. So we had double guacamole, avocados, double chips. So now we got like 5 bags of chips in the house when we had none. And then now we got 2 bags of lemons and like, I'm going to say 7 tomatoes left. Because he buys like 3 and I bought like 3 or 4. I think I bought 4. So like, I'm like, we just doubled the avocado stuff. Like, whatever. He going to eat it anyway. But, yeah. Gotta catch my breath. I'm telling y'all. And then I gained like 15 pounds on vacation. All we did was eat. All we did was eat. It was food, and more food. All we did was eat. They didn't want to do anything that was adventurous. Meya, you should have asked your boss. You could come in, but he could watch you sleep on your desk. My desk ain't big enough. I sure would have went to sleep on my desk. I'm telling you, if I would have went to work, Paula, I would have been knocked out. Becky Joe, thank you so much. Hi, Becky Joe. My voice is still a little raspy or whatever, but I'm here. I'm back. Yay. I hope y'all checked out my videos on TikTok. Y'all check them out, because that's where I was able to upload. For some reason, I couldn't upload to YouTube when I was all over the place. But TikTok, I could upload. And TikTok was coming in and YouTube wasn't. I was like, what is going on with YouTube versus TikTok? But TikTok, I was able to come in and everything. So I have some lives from my travels with TikTok on TikTok. But what else happened? So the reason why I had the suitcase, let me see, which story? Okay, so when we went to the airport on the way to the vacation, I had too much stuff in my bag. They told me it was too heavy. It was 65 pounds and my bag was supposed to be 50 pounds or lower. So I had to take like 15 pounds of my stuff out of my suitcase and stuff it in James' suitcase. So I was like, let me buy another suitcase for the way home, because you can have two luggages and I only had one. So I bought another one, and I bought this really huge bag, or a suitcase, huge old suitcase. And when I got to the airport, that lady told me, I'm not going to charge you this time. That's how she started it off. I'm not going to charge you this time, but this suitcase is too big. I said, what do you mean it's too big? It's too big. I said, why is it too big? It goes under the plane. She said, yes, but we have regulations now for the size of the suitcase that goes under the plane. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. That they have regulations for the size of the suitcase that go on the plane. I did not know that. So she checked the bag. She said she's not charging me this time, but she let me know that if I travel with that bag next time, it was going to be $200 to wherever I was going and $200 back. I said, what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Southwest got new rules, because now Southwest is charging you for your baggage, but I had bought my airline tickets right before they changed. So now they're charging you for your bags, and they're charging you if you're oversized. She said you have to send that as freight if it's over 26 inches long and 60 some inches tall. You have to send that as freight, and that's $200. I could not believe. I said, so you want me to pay $200 for the clothes I already own, and $200? I said, that's $400. I can buy me a whole new wardrobe at the Goodwill. Stop playing with me. I said, nope, not happening. So when I got home yesterday, before I went to my mama's house, I took that suitcase back to Ross and told them it's too big. I need a smaller one. So they exchanged it for me, no problem. So thank you, Ross. So I got me a new bag that's a little bit smaller. Forget that, find new airlines. Exactly, Becky Joe. I know. Now that they're going to be doing that, he said he wanted to fly American Airlines anyway. Next time we go on vacation. Hi, Roxzilla. Did you miss me, Roxzilla? Your girl, I'm back. So yeah, I had to get them braids out my head. They was driving me crazy. My goddaughter gonna get a earful from me, because that hair was driving me absolutely insane. It didn't do what she said it do. She said it was human hair. Human hair is not supposed to tangle up like that, and that stuff was just getting all matted, tangled. I'm all day long pulling pieces of hair. I just wanted my hair braided. I just wanted my hair in the dreadlock looking braids, and she didn't want to do that, and I would have been perfectly fine with those, because my sister-in-law, that's what she had, and she had no issues with her hair, and that's what I wanted. But my goddaughter didn't want to do that. So yeah, I pulled them braids out. $300 worth of work. Y'all see my hair? I pulled that out of my head. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So it had to come out. So yeah, that part. So wait, let me tell you part. Oh, so when we got to the airport about this suitcase, leaving out of Florida. So I put the big purple one on there, and there was 2 scales. She said, well, there's 2 scales. You guys can use both scales. So I put the big purple one on there, and it was only 47 pounds. She said, okay, this one is fine. She put it down. And then she put James's suitcase up there, and she said, oh no, this one's overweight by about 5 pounds. So we pulled his off. So I put my other one up there. She said, oh no, this one's overweight by like 10 pounds. And I was like, what? Because I had evened out my stuff. Like when I first got it, it said it was in all the stuff that I bought, I put in a little one. So when she said that, I was like, what? And then I took it off, and we started moving stuff around. And then he put his fold up one on there, and she said, "Oh, this one is like 40 pounds." I was like, "There's no way." So he pulled it off, and so when we started moving stuff around, he went to put his back on there. I said, "Well, wait a minute. That says 14 pounds already." I looked at the scale, y'all. I looked at the scale. I said, that says 14 pounds already. Why does it say 0? I said, that's why I don't understand, because I came with one bag. I bought another bag and I separated. This one said 40. This one's, and you're suddenly, this one still said 57. So, like, I don't understand, because I broke up my clothing. So both of them should have been under 50 pounds, because I got a new suitcase. And you're telling me this one is now, I mean, your scale is saying 14. I said, see, James, I said, you got to watch these people. I said, this says 14 pounds. You need to reset this to 0. So she reset it to 0. Why did my bag say 38 pounds? I said, James, put yours on there. So his fold-up one, she said it was at 40, 42 or 40 something. He put it up there. It said 38. I said, so how is it weighing less than when you initially told us that it weighed more? Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't paying attention. They bank on the fact that you guys are rushing, that the customers are rushing. They bank on the fact that when you put your bag up there and it says that it's 58 pounds, that you're going to just go ahead and pay that difference. Not me. Not me. I'm not paying for nothing extra. I was like, I said, you didn't reset that to 0. I said, we did all this for nothing. I said, because that was on 14 pounds when we put all 3 of these bags on there. I said, you just wasted our time. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. And I was like, no, I don't think you're sorry. I think you deliberately did that, trying to get some money out of us. And it didn't work this time. Good morning, Bart. Good morning. I haven't flown in over 5 years. So I guess a lot has changed. Yeah, a whole lot has changed. They trying to scam you out of money. They're pushing buttons to make the scale 15 pounds overweight when it's not. I'm just like, that says 14. She come around the little counter thing. I said, it says 14. Before I even put my bag on here, it's saying 14. I said, did it say 14 when I first initially put it on there? Oh, ma'am, I don't know. I bet you don't know. I bet you don't know. Because I looked over here at this one when I put when James put his bag on there, the purple bag on there, and it said 0. And when he put it on there, it said 48. So I was cool with that. But she wasn't standing over there at that scale. She was standing at this scale over here so she could manipulate it. You can't tell me she wasn't. So I was just like, we did all that. I said, James, we did all that for nothing because our bags are underweight. That scale said 14 pounds before we put our bags on there. He was like, it's okay, babe. It's okay. And I was like, no, that was just extra work for us for no dang gone reason. No dang gone reason. So anyway, after we did that, then she goes, okay, well, you guys are checking into your flight a little early. You're going to have to take your bags over there to the oversized something hold area. I was like, what? I said, so y'all don't, after you check it in, y'all don't take it over there? No, ma'am, you have to take it over there yourself. I said, y'all really getting lazy at your jobs, huh? And I just kind of looked at her like, what are y'all getting paid to do? Because y'all not doing nothing. Them telling you this generation after mine is horrible. It's horrible. So we took our bags over there to the young man, and he took them, and he was like, we'll get them on your flight. And we're like, okay, whatever. We were just done with them by that time. We finally was able to go through TSA. Now we in line at TSA. Then a man comes over and says, oh, there's another line over there, and there's nobody waiting. So we go over there to this TSA. We get over there, and then there's a huge line. And I'm like, he said there was nobody waiting. Why would people misconstrue you or misdirect you? And I was just like, my brain hurts. I'm standing in line. And I said, well, why can't we go on this line over here? There's nobody over here. He made us come over here and it's all full. Then here come another guy. Oh, well, there's 4 lines. You can come over here. You people that are over there, you guys can use these lines too. After I had said that. So we went over there because the line was shorter. Went over there, checked in through TSA. We're in one line. They said, oh, well, you need to come over here. Told me I need to come over here. So I go over here to this side, and they were like, oh, you got to take your sweater off. Take my sweater off. Had to go back, put my sweater on the belt, come back. Then it redlined me. It red beat me or redlined me or whatever. She's like, well, I have to pat you down. I said, for what? I was irritated by that point. By that point, I was so irritated. I said, James, they have to pat me down. And he was just like, I was like, I said, I have on an underwire bra. I have on a pad. What else do you want to know? I have nothing else on me. Ma'am, I'm just going to use the back of my hand. And I'm just going to pat. So the back of her hand, she was able to rub all over my body. You need to widen your stance. Rub all in between my legs. It was just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And I was like, whatever. I was irritated. By the time I was irritated. So then I get out of messing with her. And she, oh, you're going to have to take your shoes off. So they take my shoes and they put them on a conveyor belt. They didn't even put them in a bucket. And I'm like, where are my shoes? My shoes are caught up in between 2 of the buckets. And I couldn't even see my shoes. And the man was like, are they black? And I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, oh, here they go. And he pulled them like alpha in between these 2 trays. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? They didn't even put my shoes in a tray. They didn't even care about my shoes. So I just grabbed my shoes. I put them on. I was like, can I get my bag? Why is my bag sitting over? I said, this lady, they kept walking by. And I was like, James, my bag is right there. Why won't they send my bag through? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, we stood there for like 5 minutes. And nobody came and got my bag to inspect my bag. So I saw somebody who said, a supervisor on there. I said, excuse me. I've been standing here 5 minutes and nobody has got my bag to inspect my bag. Can somebody get my bag and inspect it so we can go? Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. And what was so crazy is one girl walked by James and said, is that your bag? And he was like, yes. And she said, okay. And she just kept going. She didn't take it off like the conveyor belt goes. And then if they want to inspect a bag, they like push it to the side. Y'all, I forgot to take the suntan lotion out of my bag and put it in the big bag. And that's why it got stopped. Because it was a big one. It wasn't even the small one. It's the big one. So she looking all through my bag. And like I said, I had all of my, actually my souvenirs were in there. Like I had this bag in there, my One Love bag from Jamaica. That was in there, and it had like all my souvenirs in there. It had a bag that I bought for my mom. It had a t-shirt I bought for Monique. It was like all the souvenirs, and because I had the suntan lotion in this bag that we took to Cocoa Bay. I forgot to take it out when I just closed the bag and I put it in there. So she was like, well, this can't go through. I said, keep it. Can I have my bag now? Can we go? I was just like so irritated with that girl. She just kept like looking through stuff. I said, James was like, Meya, just be patient. I was just like, and she was just going through every little thing. And I'm just like, what are you looking for? I don't know what she was looking for. James said they be looking for drugs. And I was like, well, I don't have no drugs. I don't do drugs. So they finally gave us our bag back. Just kept the suntan lotion. Whatever. Keep it. Use it. And then we was able to go on down there and take this. We had to take a airport shuttle to our actual gate. Got there. And we still, we thought we had 4 hours, right? Before our flight. By the time we sat down to somewhere to get something to eat, we only had 1 hour before they started boarding our plane. So we actually got us some chicken and waffles, which was amazing. The food back there is so good in Florida. The food in Florida was amazing. The food on a cruise ship was amazing. And the food, every place we went, we had good food. I'm telling y'all. I know y'all can see it. I gained 15 pounds. I'm going to have to get it off somehow. A pair of my pants that I took with me the last day I was going to wear the pants, they wouldn't even fit. The pants wouldn't even buckle, y'all. They wouldn't. There was like this much room. It would not buckle. I was like, ooh. So today I got on pants that are kind of stretchy. I said I'm going to have to find all my loose clothing because I didn't gain some weight, y'all. And they said, everybody we talked to said we was going to gain weight. And I remember going on a cruise before, but I guess I wasn't a big eater and I didn't eat a lot when I went on the other cruises. Like eating wasn't my like the people we weren't like, let's go breakfast, lunch, dinner. And James' sister, she a breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of girl. Me and James, we usually eat one meal a day and we're good. But she's like, let's go to breakfast. Let's go lunch. Let's go to the fancy dinners. And we went because we was on vacation. I'm telling y'all, it was food, and more food. And we was at the, what you call it, the cabana, the over-the-water cabana. They brought us lobster and filet mignon. Oh, my God. I was like, wait, does this cost extra? Is this part of the cabana that I bought? Like the cabana was already $2,000 some dollars for the day. I was like, does this come with it or do we have to pay extra for that? He said, no, this is included. And then we was like, oh, okay. Man, y'all, I didn't know. This is my first time ever getting a cabana, and I didn't know you supposed to tip them $200-300. I did not know. James tells me this after we get back on the boat. He was like, babe, he looked at that tip and his face fell. I was like, why? I gave him $40. I said $10 per person. He brought us our food. That's all he did. Like, what was I supposed to give him? He was like, that cabana was $2,500. You were supposed to give him at least $250. That's 10%. I was like, I didn't know that. So he was like a waiter? Like, I thought he came with the cabana. I thought it was all included. That's what I asked him initially. Was everything included? He said, yes, that's including gratuity. They on these trips and stuff, they put the gratuity on your bill. And he was like, no, he was expecting like a $200-300 tip. I was like, I feel so bad. I feel so bad, but there was no way for me to go back to Cocoa Bay, Bahamas and give him the money. The boat was about to leave. We left like an hour before the boat was going to leave. By the time we got there, it was 30 minutes. I didn't have enough time to get off the boat and run back there to the cabana and get a boy some money. I said, well, Lord, please forgive me because I didn't know. I didn't know. And James should have told me before, when he saw the boy's face fall, he should have pulled me to the side and said, babe, how much did you give him? And I would have told him he could have told me, give him a little bit more. And I would have. But I didn't know. I didn't know, y'all. I really didn't know. So, yeah. I was that part. Like, he said people who give cabanas are rich. So they have the mentality that if you're on a cabana, that you're rich. I was like, oh. We're writing you because the freeze you placed on your card will expire soon on August 18th. The freeze will end and you'll be able to use your card again. Yeah, I had to freeze my American Express too because another story. I'll probably have to tell y'all that one either later or tomorrow. But yeah, I felt bad that I did not give the young man, a bigger tip. I just felt bad about it. And then I felt bad about, I had the man's tip that helped us to the shuttle man. I had his $5 in my hand. So I got off the shuttle. And then James, he said, show me which bags are yours. And I was like, okay, it's that one, it's this one, and then it's this little one. And he was like, okay, here go all your bags. Y'all have a safe trip. And thank you. Have a great day. And I said, oh, thank you. And I just turned around and walked away. And I had the money in my hand when I grabbed the bag. And I just walked away. And then when I got in the airport and I went to open up, took my hand off the bag to get in my purse, I was like, oh no. I said, babe, go take him the $5. And he was already pulling off. I was like, I had the $5 in my hand for the man. So I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And when he went back to go get his cup, I was like, why didn't you give the man the $5? I only had a 20. I was like, oh. It was just like one of those, I felt bad about my gratuity untipping that part. So yeah. Hey, William E., how you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just running off at the mouth about this vacation I had. Oh, just running off at the mouth. So, seems to me, Mia, James needs to be more forthcoming. I know, right? He should have told me that. I said, you're a big spender, not me, but I was handling, because he took care of the vacation, I was handling all the expenses, whatever we encountered on the vacation. So, yeah, that part. He didn't tell me. I did not get the drink package because me and James, we don't drink. So, water came with the cabana. It came with it. A meal came with it. Like, everything came with it. And so, no, we didn't get the drink package. And I think we probably spent total in alcohol, we probably spent $100. And the drink package was $79 per person per day. We weren't drinking that much. We were not drinking that much. So, no, we didn't get that. There were some people in there that was sloppy drunk. People not being able to walk right. Like, they was just messy with their alcohol. We wasn't like that. We didn't do that. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. See, I'm still tired. We did not get the drink package. I just feel bad about that boy at the cabana. His name was Reddy. Maybe if I could call Coco Bay, maybe I can call Coco Bay and ask him if I could leave a message for Reddy. And if he has a Cash App or Zelle or something, I could send it to him that way. Does the cabana come with drinks? It came with water. The cabana came with water. And y'all, James had got out the water right before a shark had came. I was like, you lucky. There was a lot of jellyfish. And I was like, don't touch them jellyfish. Don't get stung by them jellyfish because you're going to be in trouble. I took a picture of one jellyfish. I'll probably post that. But yeah, I missed taking a picture of the stingray. There was a stingray right there on the dock, right by the dock when we were walking to the cabana. And I was like, oh, let me get my phone out. They was like, well, put your stuff down, then come back and take a picture of it. So I went to the cabana. Then I put all my stuff down, grabbed my phone, went back over there, and the stingray was gone. I said, see, it was the opportunity right then and there to do it. And y'all made me miss it. And he was like right up on the shore, too. He was like right there, the shallow part of the water. He was right there. It was a big old stingray. But I didn't get a picture of him. Because they were like, just put your stuff down and come back and take a picture. That didn't work. That didn't work. But we had our own cups. So we had our own cups. And then you could get ice and water all day long as long as you had your own cup. And what they do with those, the cups, the drink cups that they sell you for like soda and stuff. And they had Coke. They had Coke products. And I'm a Pepsi girl. So I didn't have soda for the whole trip until we got to the airport to go home. I got me a Pepsi. You're experiencing a lot of buffering. It's really overcast there. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Paula. Yeah, the drink cups are weighted somehow. They weight the cup so like when you put it in the thing, if it doesn't weigh or they have a sensor or something and you put their cup that you have to buy, then it automatically, like the water and the ice and stuff, like I put my cup in there and I tried to just get ice and it wouldn't even work. So we had to get ice from like the restaurants or the bartenders. Can I just get some ice? And they would give us ice. And we didn't even ask them for water. We just asked for ice and let the ice melt. So we was waterlogged. When I tell you waterlogged, we were waterlogged. We just was on water the whole weekend. And that, excuse me, that muggy weather out there, so muggy and sticky, just it's not like dry heat we have out here in California. It was muggy. We'll love and harass you later. Y'all later. Be happy. Be happy. One love. Have a good day, Paula. Thank you for coming. Did you get sunburned? I got sun kissed. Can you say sun kissed? I got kissed. I got a little tan. Can y'all see the difference there to there? Just a little. I be hiding from the sun, but it still gets me. It still gets me. I got a little sun tan, not nothing major. I don't lay out in the sun. I runs from the sun. I run from the sun. And I'm so glad we had the cabana, because I'm telling y'all, when we was in Cocoa Bay, when we got off the ship, it started storming raining. So we walked to the cabana in the storm of rain just drenching us. The time we got to the cabana, we were soaking wet. Luckily, the cabana had had the over roof thing, and that kind of shielded us from the rain. Even though we was trying to pull the little drapes clothes on that thing, that didn't work, but we was trying. We definitely were trying. Let me see if I got a picture of it. These are the cabanas right here. So the overwater cabanas had the huts on there. We had our own little slide and everything. We was on number 4. And so we had our own cabana. And see the rain? Y'all see the rain? This is what I'm talking about. This is what we walked to the cabana in. It was pouring down rain. And then when we decided to leave, it started pouring down rain again. I was just like, I'm over this weather. The clouds there was black clouds, gray clouds, white clouds. And then every time the black cloud came over us, it was full of rain. Full of rain. It was crazy. It was so crazy. And like, it would rain for like 5 minutes and stop. Rain for 5 minutes and stop. Rain for 5 minutes and stop. It was just crazy, I'm telling y'all. I don't think I have a picture of the food on here. It's on that phone. Because when I tell you that lobster and filet mignon that they brought us on that cabana was delicioso. OMG, it was so good. Yeah, I don't have a picture of it on this. Oh, no, here go. My bad, I lied. Y'all, look at this food they brought us. You see all them lobster tails and then 4 filet mignon, and they brought us coconut shrimp right there. They brought us whiting fish there. And then they brought us extra four lobster tails there. When I tell y'all we had some good eating. I want to go especially to the water park. We didn't even leave our cabana. We had a wristband that we could do anything in the whole park the whole day. When you do a cabana, they give you the whole access to the whole place. But we stayed on our over the water cabana the whole time. See Cocoa Bay? We stayed there the whole time. We wasn't doing nothing but on there. They had a hot air balloon. It went up for a second. Then when that rain came, they put it down. I was like, nope. My sister-in-law and her man on an overwater hammock. They had an overwater hammock. It was so nice. I'll tell y'all, it was so nice. It was so nice. We had a good time. Is that the jellyfish? Yep, that's one of the jellyfishes. You probably can't see it on here. I could see them. Because the jellyfish, they weren't like dark. They were transparent. Like they had like little blue lines around them. But they were see-through. They were see-through. You couldn't really tell it was. And nobody took pictures of me in the water. So I have pictures of everybody else in the water, but not myself. And I didn't get a good picture of the 2 ships. So when we landed, the 2 ships was together. So we was on the Adventures of the Sea right here, the smaller one. And then the Symphony of the Sea it was already in port when we pulled up. And that boat is twice as big as this one. We thought we was on a big boat or ship. Them ships are huge. The Symphony of the Sea is huge. And that's only the 2nd largest one, because the Icon of the Sea is the biggest one. These ships are huge. Then the Icon had an accident this weekend where somebody fell out the one of the slides on the Icon. I was like, oh, the man didn't die or anything, but he is severely injured. So that was sad news to hear. But that wasn't on ours. That was not on ours. But we had an amazing time. When I tell y'all we had an amazing time, I think my favorite spot was, look at what they said. It said Maria party. That was me. So that was when we were walking up to the cabana. It said Maria party right there. I could not believe it. I was like, yes. I was so excited. So it had the slide, it had a couch right there, and it had 2 chairs right there. We had a table, but we didn't even use the table because it kept raining. And then it had 4 chase lounges there. So it came with 2 life vests and 2 floating, like floating things that you do floaties on. But yeah, they don't float too well with 250-pound people. But they was there. And then he had brought us a appetizer tray, and we tore that up. It had all kind of different. Before I even could take a picture of it, we had ate all of it. It had shrimp. It had ceviche. It had hummus. It had like a Greek yogurt with olive oil, and then there was hummus with olive oil, and then there was like a pea with olive oil, and we ate all of it. Y'all can see. Only thing we left was a little bit of the vegetables, the red bell peppers, and then we left a little bit of ceviche. But I think the guys ate that before he came and took it away. It was so good. And I meant to take a picture of it before we started, but I didn't. Look at the rain. I'm telling y'all, it rained off and on, off and on, off and on, all day long in Cocoa Bay. And then come to find out, after the fact, look at all that rain. But James was out in the water in the rain. Telling you, James is my water baby, y'all. He loved the water. Oh, there go one of them floating mats. See, that guy. Oh, did you see him? This guy right here on the floating mat. He only weighed about $100, about 100 pounds. So his raft floated with him. When me and Veronica got on them mats, it was flipping us over. They don't cater to big girls. The mats are not for big girls. So that's me. This me. I was chilling at the cabana. I think Veronica took that picture. Yeah. James out there in that water. I can't believe that. And he kept going way out there. I said, come back. He was like, I could stand up. Out there in that water. That's when I zoomed in on him. He was way out there. He loved the ocean. He loves the ocean. He not too fond about... Oh, here go a jellyfish. You can see that one. See the jellyfish? He transparent. But I did get a picture of the jellyfish. This is how they brought you your food. They was on a little electric scooter. So it wasn't like he was walking or anything, but he was in the rain. He had to bring us our food back and forth in the rain. But look how pretty it was. When the sun would come out and it would stop raining. It just looks so pretty. So yeah, we want to do another cruise, but what we really want to do is fly into Jamaica and stay there for a week and go do all the different kind of things that they had available, because we were only in Jamaica for like, I want to say 8 or 9 hours. So you could only do one excursion. It wasn't like you could do a couple excursions because you only had a limited amount of time. So we really like the consensus of us all, we really enjoyed Jamaica. We had a very good time in Jamaica. We did the rafting, going down the river on the raft. So that's what we did in Jamaica. So it's like they take you to different places, and you have to, like, different excursions, and you can pick what you want to do. But it's not like you could do like a lot of different things because of the time limitation. That's when we was all kind of got hooked up together, and we were like, let's race. It was funny. But they was beating us. All those other rafts in front of us was beating us. But they had left before we did. And then we was in front of Veronica and Tony, and then they ended up getting in front of us because we stopped for a coconut. James wanted a coconut. There's Veronica and Tony. That's when they had got in front of us. And they had they made us put them life rafts on. Them life vests on. I said, I can't. I said, these pictures is ugly with this big old orange thing on. Can I take it off? Y'all know I don't got no sense. And he was like, yeah, take it off. He said, y'all know how to swim, right? And I was like, yeah. I said, see, them pictures look a lot better without that life raft all up around my neck. He's like, y'all know how to swim, right? I was like, yeah. I said, is the water deep? He was like, no. So that was us going down the river. We was having a good time, y'all. That was so nice. I got me a Jamaica hat. I got me a Jamaica bag. I got me a Jamaica, James bought me a Jamaica towel. So we really enjoyed Jamaica. Oh, there's the coconut. So we pulled over to the side and got a fresh coconut water from the it was so good. I tell y'all, it was so good. We really enjoyed Jamaica. Would I do it again next year? Yes, I would in a heartbeat. But because I want to go, like my dream, you know how you have that check off? My dream vacation is Nassau, Bahamas. We went to the Bahamas, but we went to Cocoa Bay, Bahamas. I want to fly into Nassau, Bahamas, and I want to stay at that pink or orange color hotel. That's where I want to stay. That's what I want to do. And so James said, okay, we could do that next year. And I said, probably year after next. I told him, let's not, overexert ourselves in trying to do a vacation a year. Let's try to do every other year. And he's like, we're going next year. We probably do it every other year, not every year. They had a KFC, y'all. Jamaica had a KFC. I think they had Pizza Hut. And I think they had a Wendy's. So we went to a little market. They took us after we went river rafting. They took us to this little market where you could do souvenir shopping. They like, you got 20 minutes. If you're not back on this shuttle in 20 minutes, we leaving you. They were serious too. So they took us where the famous runner went to high school. They took us to his high school, which was right there. I can't remember his name. James knew his name like right off the bat. But that was a high school he went to. He was a famous runner, Olympic runner. And so we went there. And then we went to this market. And then they took us back to the boat. Took us back. But it was so nice in Jamaica. Everybody was just one love and like friendly. And we took these bikes when we got off the ship. When we got off our tour, we took these little bikes to a restaurant. They pedaled us to this restaurant where there's Veronica. So we wouldn't have to walk. And we're like, will you guys come back and get us? They were like, yeah, we'll come back and get you, man. And so they took us to the gate. There go me and James on the bike. They took us to the gate, and then we walked right out the gate and went to this restaurant. That's us walking to the restaurant where where that red is right there. That's where the restaurant was. So we walked down there to the restaurant and got some good food. We got some, what was it? We got some oxtails. They got some striped beer. And I got shrimp, because y'all know I'm a shrimp girl. But look, that's all four of us chilling in Jamaica. Jamaica was so much fun, y'all. I mean, we had a good time our whole vacation, but Jamaica was just so much fun. When I got me a strawberry daiquiri. And then it had a sign that says, please rate your experience in Jamaica. And so I hit the excellent button right there. It was just so much fun. So much fun. I really didn't want to come back. I wanted to stay in Jamaica. Was it Bolt? Was what a Bolt? My mom got sunburn and it was super bad. She fell asleep. Oh, LOL. Oh, no, that's not funny. Had to go to the doctor. Oh, my gosh. Oh, William, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, that sun, it wasn't no joke. Even though it was like cloudy and stuff, when it came out, it got hot. It got hot. That sun did get hot. So I can see how somebody would burn, but nah. I didn't get no sunburn. James didn't get no sunburn. None of us got sunburn. Nope. Oh, we didn't get sunburn. Gotta get ready to get up out of here and get to work. Ooh, I hope I'm getting my brain in a working mode, y'all. I gotta get my brain in working mode. Gotta go back to work. Who's my top fan for today? William E., thank you for being my top fan. Becky Joe, thank you for being number 2. And Master Abur, thank you for being number 3. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out with your girl, MEYASCOINS, this morning. I appreciate y'all. I didn't even give y'all your morning song. See, I got to get back into my routine, y'all. So, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, Panda Pop family. Good morning to you. I won't have no morning tea except for my vacation because y'all know I haven't been to work. I have not been to work, so I have no morning tea. No morning tea. Nope. Just me. I'm back. I'm back. I missed everybody. Uh-oh. I'm pushing the wrong buttons on my phone over here, y'all. Stop it. But yep, I missed everyone. I'm back at home. And I'm so happy to be back. So happy to be back. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Can't wait for more stories. Oh, I got more. You know I got more to come. You know I got more to come. Every day I'll give you a different story. So y'all just keep me on track. Because I told you about us coming home. So I'll give you some more stories about the actual vacation and the food. The food was so delicioso. The food and my bag, y'all like my bag? It said one love. It says your makeup here, and it has a lion, and it says one love. I really wanted to go to Bob Marley's house, but they said they couldn't take us to Bob Marley's house, and we had to pick a different excursion. That's why we ended up doing the river rafting. We got disappointed a couple of times, and I'm just like, what is going on? We got disappointed initially because we were going to go to Haiti. They switched our Haiti to Grand Cayman Islands, that expensive island. And James messed that island up. I'll tell y'all about that tomorrow. So that whole excursion, he just made it all bad for all of us. Anyway, because he's so worked up about his apartments, it ruined the whole day, actually, for me. It just ruined the day. That's why I got a lot of pictures by myself in the Grand Cayman Islands, because he was on the phone the whole day until it was time to go. Then he was like, you want to take a picture with me? No, you didn't want to take a picture with me earlier when we got here. Why I want to take a picture with you now when we're about to leave? Just come take a picture with me. Oh, telling y'all, he got on my nerves. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll be back tomorrow to give y'all some more of my vacation. And be on the lookout for videos. If y'all haven't been on TikTok, look for MEYASCOINS on TikTok. Go over there, look at the videos I did post already. And hopefully I can be posting more videos tonight. But I do have to go to the dentist, which I forgot. I called her. She said this was a service that I've already paid for. I don't want to pay for nothing else. I already got $4,000 in dental bills. So I was like, is this something I have paid for already, or is this a new service? I said, because I need to pay for what I already got done before I pay for anything else. And then she was like, no, this is already part of the part. You already paid for it. I said, okay. So I need to go get that taken care of today, then go see my mom, then go home. So maybe when I'm at my mom's, I could post a couple of videos about the vacation. But be on the lookout, y'all. Be on the lookout. There's so much I want to share with you guys. And believe me, I'm not bragging. I'm so grateful and blessed that I was able to go on vacation. That's my first vacation in 7 years. A lot of people, they go on vacation every year. that I cannot afford. So this was my first vacation in 7 years. So it's not bragging. It's just pure happiness. Just happiness that I went. Happiness that I had a great time. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I just want to share with other people. I have some people that are not able to go out and go on vacation, and it's just one of my female followers told me, I live vicariously through you because I can't get out of my house, and when you go places and show us different things, I just love it because I live vicariously through you. So I do it for everybody, not just for myself. So I hope y'all know that I'm not boasting or bragging. Just know that I'm out here sharing what is available for us to do. Love y'all. Y'all have a great day. It's your girl, Meya's Coins. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Bye.